URL. Start. Oh dearie me. Oh, right. Two seconds, guys. Oh, joy. I was reading something about there the other day actually, Carol. Did you know it's famous? Yeah, apparently that part of the world is, and Sellafield is famous, but a lot of people don't even know about it. I don't know why. Bit of history there for you. It's just one of them days, I think. Ugh. Ouch. 2 hours. Yikes. Yeah, apparently, what's the name of the place? It's part of Sellafield. There was a nuclear power plant there in the 50s or something. Yeah, Windscale. It's the third worst nuclear disaster in the world. It's beaten by somewhere in Japan and Chernobyl. But nobody knows about it. Google Windscale fire and you'll see what I mean. And I think that's part of what is Sellafield now. It's just because they've released a video game about the events of the disaster. So yeah, Google Windscale. I don't know if my Echo Dot will pick it up. Alexa, what was the Windscale fire?
From historyextra.com. The Windscale fire ranked level 5, the same as the partial meltdown of 3 Mile Island, US, in 1979.
Yeah, it's rated 5. There was one that was 6 and Chernobyl was 7. And only Chernobyl and that level 6 one are higher. And if it hadn't been apparently some filters at the top of funnels, it would have probably matched Chernobyl. Believe it or not, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, they've released a video game. They took what was it? They took the original story and they made it a bit more dramatic. So I've been playing a bit of the game. So I'm actually walking around part of like the village, Windscale village. It's really weird seeing bits of Cumbria in a game. To be honest, it really is. I found some bizarre Easter eggs in it. I found Mr. Bean on a sofa on top of a car. Well, Mr. Bean's skeleton on the top of a armchair on top of the car. And I found a pub that resembles Fawlty Towers. So, and I've seen the TARDIS. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so much based on history. And I'd never heard of that disaster. Apparently people from like the area had never heard of it. You only go there because of... I have no idea what that is, Gareth. Bay Systems? What the hell is it? Is that a typo or is that actually Bay Systems? Because I have no idea. Oh, that's nice. My phone's been going nuts this morning. What is it? Oh, hold on. Phone call. 2 seconds, everyone. Hello? Is this yes? You alright? Sorry about that, everyone. I had to answer the phone, it was important. What's this? Base, shipbuildings, Google it. There's one up your way, 2 seconds. And that was obviously me. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to answer the call. That was an important call. And I didn't really want to do it on the stream. Right. I'm just catching up with chat, 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Shipbuilding. I'm going to... Google it. Yeah, there is... There's shipyards up near us. Let's have a quick look. Hold on. British Multinational Aerospace Defence and Information. Oh, looks too complicated for me. Well, so how are you, Gareth, anyway? Sorry about that, I had to dash out the room. But when my phone rings, there's not much I can really do. It was a call I had to take. I may get another call, I don't know. I've just seen the message. I've just seen yeah, it probably won't be a long stream. I don't even know who's here. So. Let's check the analytics. Right. Right, just catch up with chat. Alright, where's... There we are. Good. Any updates on car? Have you got the new car yet? It's my biggest concern is that to do with the bay systems and stuff, or am I missing something? So sorry, I had to literally dash out the room. I think it's just you and me at the moment. I don't know if there's anybody else here. I know Donk's not on the Xbox at the minute. He literally was doing a live stream and was complaining of his head, so he got off, and I think he's going to have a nap. So I hope he's okay. Oh, just tired. Absolutely shattered. And I had a fairly decent sleep last night as well, and I'm tired. see if there's anything news related. Apparently Arne Slot's an admirer of Cunha. Oh, the AI, yeah. Thing was, he complained that I was like, sorry, I saw AI, but I had to scroll by. I was like, you took time to comment and tell me that. It's not exactly scrolling by, is it, if you're writing a comment? I'm still on the fence on the whole for AI. Yes, it probably will be. How much so, I don't know. I'll see in my lifetime, but it's improved so much. But still, in ways, it's not yet perfect. Well, they did somebody from The Simpsons, and he recorded stuff for an AI to simulate his voice. I can't remember the actor. He plays the barman. Is it Mo? And they used AI to replicate him, and he said the AI was well off. 500k a year, Jesus. That's a lot of money. I could do with that. Oh, dropping stuff on the floor. That's a lot of money. Ooh. It's a lot of money. Did you catch any of the matches over the weekend? Oh, why does my phone keep going off? Oh, what's this? No, it's just the group Kop Talk group chat. They're on about Hugo Ekitike. At least I think that's who they're on about. Moving stuff on this desk, sorry. No, I didn't watch it. I watched the FA Cup matches yesterday. I saw the second half of the women's game against Villa. I was going to watch who was it? Napoli and somebody. I didn't get around to see it. I might try and watch. I mentioned it in a video today and I completely forgotten who the game was. It was the Lazio game for that midfielder. That was it. I was going to try and see how he's performing, but I probably won't get a chance to see it. %10 of 500k. What was the answer to that? Alright, Hussein, how's it going? Me, tired. expecting a phone call, but so far no phone call. I don't know what time they're going to ring, but hey. Yeah, 10% of 500k, that's what? 50k, is that? Sorry, it's Monday. My maths is not... Mad? Why would I be mad? Trust me, if I was mad with somebody, they'd know about it, put it that way. You're fine, don't worry. I've got no reason to be mad. It takes a lot to upset me anyway. It really does. I don't know if they're on the stream, but Jen has joined the channel, but I don't know if she's on the stream. She was on Dunk's stream earlier before he got off. He's just complaining of a sore head. Though he was up rather late last night. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't know if you saw the stream from Benidorm at like, was it 11 o'clock? He went live again later for about an hour and a half, and he was a bit drunk. So I think his week's caught up with him. Yeah, I tried to watch the Benidorm game yesterday, but I didn't get a chance. I know they lost, but I was trying to watch it. It's like there wasn't enough. I had not enough screens or hours in the day. So. Just catch up with him. Maybe with that 10% you might be able to get a upgrade on the car. Be nice. Low flying plane. Jesus, that's loud. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a low flying plane. What? Could you drink any noisier over there? Noisy piggies. They made an appearance in one video earlier. I wasn't recording it. Got right to the end and then just squeaked right at the end. I was like, I'm not re-recording that. Oh, I think it's gonna be easier when I see the lineups. To be honest, I like to see the team sheet before I make a prediction, if possible. I've done a video to come out tomorrow night actually. It's about some of the Opta stats. I think it was the last few games at Anfield we've won 2-0. So history dictates a 2-0. I think it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a very tight game, I think. I don't see Everton being a pushover. But we never know. It might crumble, but I'm hoping Fulham do a job tomorrow. I'd love a Fulham win tomorrow night. don't see it at away from home. I don't even know what the fixtures are tomorrow. I know Arsenal play Fulham, but I haven't seen the rest of the fixtures. What is the Premier League like tomorrow? Wolves at home to West Ham, Forest at home to Man United. Well, 2-0's been the consistent one for the past few games, I think, at Anfield. Have they done, I know it's not Liverpool related, but have they announced anything what happened to Haaland yet? Any update? Has anybody seen anything on his injury? Because he left the ground on a protective boot and crutches. Apparently the protective boot was normal, but I haven't seen anything since. I don't know. What's this? Man City giving. Just having a look. Apparently, Haaland, some physio scout account, I have no idea what I said. From the limited video, it looks like there was forced inversion, foot twists out after contact from the outside of the lower leg. It could be 2 weeks, or it could be longer. So Haaland could be out for the rest of the season. That'd be interesting. Because that's all they've got to play for. Apparently Bradley's back in training. Well, I don't think it was anything that he could have avoided. I think it was the challenge. It didn't look pleasant at the time, and he tried to run it off and couldn't. It was something that happened in the field of play. They looked at him. He tried to run it off, couldn't. So they wanted to bring him off. Oh, do we have a Jen in the house? We do. We have a Jen in the room. You alright? I haven't got a Remy here, and the cats are downstairs fast asleep. And it's really hard to show our guinea pigs from here. I have no idea what the hell that's going on, because who's in it? There's Mo, Dom, Ibu and Trent. And the video I saw, I didn't see the Instagram story. I saw the recording that was put up after, and I just saw like them going backwards and forwards, but there's no audio, so it's really hard. No, they're both fast asleep. Literally, one's on the sofa where I normally sit, and one's was in the cat tree. They're flat out fast asleep, so they'll probably be like that till maybe 3, 4. You know what? I've been here a month, and Jen finally arrives. It's taken you a month. Better late than never. I don't know. I'm assuming it was just a late night from last night, because I don't know if you saw. He did a stream off his phone in some bar in Benidorm. That's somebody singing. And he had to end the stream literally because his phone was about to die. And he said, I'll do a stream in about an hour. And he got back on about 10 past midnight. and he was on, I think, for about an hour and a half. So maybe a bit longer. I think he got off about 2 for us. He was a bit drunk, to say. Oh, you're not having much luck at the minute, Jen, are you? Does the dog walks, click and gesture? I have to remember that mine. The only problem is I don't have a dog. I heard him say Remy was okay, but I have no idea other than that because I didn't see the start of the stream. I don't know. I'm assuming he'll be on live later, but depends how he is as well. I'm just hoping my phone doesn't go off again. Oh, I joined when you were already in, so I'm assuming if you've missed it, I definitely have. I think he'd been on about 10-15 minutes when I saw that he was on. I didn't even get a notification. I was just looking for something else and saw he was on. Oh, my phone's gone ballistic today. Messages or phone calls or spam emails. Any updates on transfers? Anything that's major that's come out today, I've done a video on. There was something interesting on Isak, which was probably the most credible way of getting Isak, but even then I still don't think it'll happen. But it requires an Arsenal buying a striker. I don't think there's been anything new. I mean, somebody put something on about Dean Huijsen praising Mo and Virgil van Dijk and Matip, but then that was like days out. I'm just going to have a quick look on. I mean, I Google transfer news and I've got Cunha issues transfer notice, which was yesterday's news. 4 hours ago, talks exclusive. Talks begin between Liverpool and Kirkes, but it's caught offside, so I'm going to ignore it. It's probably about as much reliable as a shit out of a cat or a dog. I saw who. Oh yeah, they are linked. They were reported. There was a thing saying that the deal was done, but it was reported that we're signing them. If they're reported, the deal isn't done. A done deal is a done deal. I would probably say they've got more chance of getting him than us at the moment. Because both clubs have wanted him before. Arsenal tried to buy him before we did. Let's have a look. I'll just quickly look Zubimendi. The most recent thing I have for Zubimendi is 22 hours ago, Arsenal and Zubimendi battle. There is nothing. I don't know what that article is. I've just lost it. Let's have a look. Yeah, 23 hours ago, they were on the verge of announcing Andrea Berta as their new sporting director because he's going to replace Edu. The likes of Nico Williams, Benjamin Sesko, Victor Gyökeres are still key forward targets. Do Do you mind? Oi! Hush! Excuse our four-legged guinea pigs in the background. As I was saying, Jokeres and Arsenal are said to be in a battle with Real Madrid to sign Zubimendi. So if they're in a battle to sign him, it's not done. It seems to be mirroring Mbappe last year, because he didn't speak about that move. I don't think the stuff that came out last week, was it last week or the week before, when it leaked that it was a 5-year deal and he was gone, I don't think he wanted that out. I don't think he wanted that news out. There was a poll, I did a video on it, I think it was 70% thought he was going to sign and 16% thought he was going to not sign for them. So but from what I'm aware, he hasn't signed a pre-contract yet, has Trent. Because I think what they're waiting for him to sign is the pre-contract, and then the full contract will be done when they do all the medicals and stuff. But he won't even had his medical yet, so I don't even know where they'll do that. Oh, come on, Gareth, that's harsh. Chocolate Fire God isn't that bad. It's the Darwin Núñez site. He's caught offside. Yeah, out of the two, I would say you'd end up at Madrid. We also don't know who's going to be managing there next year. I know there was rumours of Klopp, and I don't believe that will happen because of he prefers to focus on the initial connection with the club and the fans, not trophies. And he discusses it with his family as well. I remember when he signed for Liverpool, and he spoke about why he signed and the connection. So that's why I don't think it'll be Klopp going there. It's probably going to be Alonso. Darwin Núñez, face of sadness, face of sadness. He'll be gone, I think. I'll be surprised if he stays. And he's clearly made his feelings clear. He's basically not happy with. He's basically set it on international duty. That there's problems. Hopefully we'll get this sewn up. I don't think the international break helped timing wise, because obviously we had PSG in the final, and then we had the final was on the Sunday, and then we've had it's going to be 2.5 weeks. I think from the final it was 17 days between the final and Everton. Diaz is expected to go. The thing I did a video on for Isak is a potential swap and cash plus Jota and Elliott for Isak, which is the most believable of the lot. Oh, we do. I think if we can beat Everton, beat Leicester, and I think we've got West Ham as well. I think if we can beat Everton, Leicester and West Ham, I think with Arsenal, I don't think they're going to have enough. Though Saka is back, but they've got no natural striker. I don't think, if we win it, I don't think it'll be 4 wins and a draw. You think Alonso? That's who I think. That's who I think. Though if we're going to raid Leverkusen for any players, I'd rather we raided them and got them signed before he moved. You imagine that? Alonso goes there and the first thing he does is get another right back because he doesn't trust Trent. But the thing is, he doesn't always play a back four. When they played Bochum on, was it Friday night? He played a back three, and Frimpong was a right wing back. Apparently they're willing to listen to offers. So that depends on how much you believe Melissa Reddy, because apparently she's well connected with the club. Yeah, is that what you call it these days? Oh yeah, he sacked oh, it was his ex-Dortmund player, Marco. Was it Marco Reus? So that's 2 managers in the Red Bull group gone this season, because Pep went as well, didn't he, from Salzburg? Bobby Clark must be thinking, why the hell have I gone over here? Just seeing if there's any, as if there's any rumours. Liverpool players return to training. Apparently Ebo's got a new look. Oh god. It looks exactly the same. That's an interesting one, because when they played Leyton Orient, it was, I think it was 16th or something of Feb. It was mid-Feb, Man City. Pep said within a month. And then they did say February, March. And then February went into March. And then towards the start of March, Sky prepped all their reporters, journalists, so the likes of Neville and Carragher, basically to stick to the facts and not be, I think it was basically to stick to the facts, not get too emotional on it. And Borson, who was their ex-financial advisor, said Lord Rannoch, who was the defence attorney who was representing City, was seen outside of a courtroom smiling and laughing, but this was before he'd been presented with a draft of stuff. So that's where the claims, I think, came from, that the charges were going to be quashed or ruled in their favour. Since then, it's been silence. There's been nothing. Well, I'll answer the next question while you... Is Trent training? Not that I know of. I haven't heard. Oh, Mo Salah has posted a story on Instagram. What's this? Is this the... Oh, he's in It's Mo Salah in training, in a sauna, having a sauna. I've got no idea what that is. Says. It says see translation, but it's not translating it. I can't read it. Yeah, he's just put an Instagram thing out about training. Man City 155 charges. Man City's crazy legal bill fighting 115 charges has been revealed as... Oh, it's just how much they've spent fighting it. Biggest English football points deductions ahead of Man City verdicts. That was Football 365, and that was 6 hours ago. Manchester Evening News, you can sign up for... No. 1 day ago, Man City chief leaves Premier League meeting in astonishment as Liverpool await 115 charges. What's this? A senior Man City figure reportedly left club chiefs in astonishment at the end of the Premier League shareholders meeting this week. Simon Cliff. I don't know if this has got anything to do with the 115s. Apparently they coughed up over 30 million on lawyers. Ornstein discusses the timeline. Pep Guardiola drops fresh timeline hint. What's he said? I'm just reading the article here. Alright, Phelan. Alright, Abdul. I'm just trying to read, see if there's anything on this. Apparently Pep's given an update, but I can't see what the update is. So I'm trying to read it. The only thing is, I think is it from the Echo? It's awful. He's hinted to Liverpool and other rivals that might still have to wait a few more weeks. So we wait and wait and wait. Well, obviously he's had a tough season, both on the pitch with City and obviously personally as well. Who is FSG going to buy in the summer? I have no idea. The odds-on favourite is Kirkes. I haven't heard any. Maybe Frimpong, but Ornstein said right back wasn't a priority. Left back was more of a priority. He put a Q&A out in the other day, and he mentioned the left back was more of a priority. Centre back would depend on outgoings, I think it was, he said. I can't remember what he said exactly. I did a video on it, but I can't remember what was the exact words. I'm just wondering when FSG are going to sell as well. Because obviously FSG are looking at this deal with Malaga. Bradley's apparently back in training. I'll see if I can find anything on that. Conor Bradley. But I don't know the level of training he's at, whether it's light training, full training. Let's have a look. 365 is a pain. Bradley has been Liverpool training since Wednesday, suggesting he could feature in the Merseyside derby at Anfield on Wednesday. Been in training since Wednesday, so be a week from the game, which should be fine, he wrote on X. So Bradley is in contention for Wednesday night. FSG own 97% of Liverpool. The other 3% is Dynasty Equity. And Dynasty Equity usually gets involved to make a profit. Why would they buy a stake in Liverpool, shares in Liverpool, if not to make a profit? And the only way to make a profit is by selling. Basically, Google Liverpool Dynasty Equity. Likes of Jen and Gareth, and I don't know if Hussein was around for that, have heard Dynasty Equity's name mentioned before multiple times. And I am not the person to ask about financial side of things. It's not something I'm very strong with, the financial dealings of clubs. Football side, players, tactics, on-field stuff, yeah, I know more on. Financial dealings and contracts and the money side of things, it's not something I know a lot about. But we've heard... Love the shoulder pads. I was waiting for somebody to mention Dynasty. Were they not linked? Was it Bordeaux? They were linked with a French club, weren't they? Was it Bordeaux? But apparently they're not directly buying Malaga. They're investing in another company that's buying Malaga or something. I don't know. Well, what's this? Arnesot now understands English football and cup competition. Honeymoon period is over by going out of European Champions League, FA and Carabao Cup. Form, injury, I'm assuming you mean tiredness and fatigue play important factors in going out. For the Newcastle match, partially all of that, and partially because they just bullied us. It was as though we turned up expecting to half win because we beat them 2-0, and Newcastle... It means a lot to them. I mean, they had, for their trophy parade, they had over 300,000 people in the parade. They literally gridlocked the city. And I thought that those numbers were low. I've seen bits of the parade. I thought it was going to be busier. FA Cup, players just didn't turn up. And I wouldn't have said fatigue would be an issue with the FA Cup because it was younger players. Champions League, Darwin and Curtis just couldn't take a penalty. That's where we lost. Because we were much better in the second leg. First leg we were abysmal. It was utter pants the first leg. We were so lucky. Oh, they weren't. There was Newcastle. There was still a lot of fans still in Newcastle. I don't know what even the ticket allocation was for Wembley, but I don't think there was 300,000 people in London. Oh, was that to Bordeaux? So it was Bordeaux. My memory did not fail me. But I've never seen Newcastle win anything major in my life. And I've been in the North East for... How long have I been in the North East? For nearly 40 years. I've been in the North East since 1987. So I've seen Gaza there. I saw Chris Waddle there. I saw Keegan's return. He does, but with the midfield, you've got Grav, Maka, Dom. He does rotate Dom, because we've seen that, but Grav, we've got nobody there. Nobody there that can do a 90-minute job for, say, 10-15 games. Oh, Everton can do one. Alright, and catch you later. I'm not sure what's happening. I won't be doing a live stream later. I don't know about Dunk, but I won't be. I'll either be having to pop out or probably watching Dunks anyway. No, I think she's got to see to dogs, Abdul, so it's... She sometimes has things to do in an afternoon. Some players need rest. They do, but we don't have the squad capacity to rest as much as we'd like with a quality and high enough to do. The quality drop off I think is quite big. Is that directly through FSG or is that through that other group that they were looking at investing in? I haven't really looked into the logistics of it. The buying of a... Because what was Ornstein? Ornstein said something on it. I didn't read the full... I haven't read the article, if he's put it in an article, because I couldn't remember the link at the time for the pet, the one that we get told about, and I'm not subscribing to him. Initial focus to buy majority shareholder Sheikh Abdullah Al Thani's 51%. It doesn't say how they're going to do it. I'm going to have to look into that. Well, that's an interesting one. Because he said he was happy with the squad he had, but he was assessing the squad. We didn't buy an alternative to Zubamendi because there was no other players available. And that didn't come from Slot. He won't discuss the transfer side of things or contracts. He refuses to. January, the striker issue came up, and there was reports at the same time as Darwin bid being rejected. And at the time there was reports saying there was no other striker available. And I'm like, City have just bought Mamouche. Mawani's gone on loan to Juventus. Matthias Tell's gone on loan to Spurs. I think it's Stefan Shimas has gone on loan from somewhere in Greece. He was at loan to Nuremberg, and he's gone to Brighton. So there was strikers available. And then it was said later on that Darwin was open to a move to Saudi. He was all ready to go, and Liverpool pulled the plug on the deal because there was no strikers available that they wanted to buy that was on the shortlist and of a model they wanted or something. And that makes more sense because there's no point spending £67 million on the striker if you don't want them. Not all of them, because if he wants to say do a complete rebuild, he's going to need 2 or 3 years. You can't do in the Premier League what you could do in Holland and say do a massive whole-scale over a refresh. It's not possible. We've seen that with Chelsea. We saw that with Forest. That huge refresh did not do them any good. So they'll probably focus on the key areas now, which the key areas will probably be replacing Darwin, replacing Trent, though that's not as much of a priority as it is the left back. Which makes me think if the left back's a higher priority, they're comfortable with Bradley, but they are not comfortable going forward with Tsimikas and Robbo. We've already got a keeper coming in Georgi Mamadashvili. He's from... the setup he's come from, the youth setup's a really good setup. I think the club where he started his career, I think, had about 85% of the Georgian Euro squad, so it's reduced the likes of Pavic Kvaratskhelia for one. Hold on, I'll just have a... No, he's not here. No idea where he is, he's not here. We just need Hughes, where are you? You've got some work to do now. I don't think he's... I know we make jokes of Hughes and Edwards, but I don't actually think Hughes has been sat idle. I think he's been... all season, they've been prepping for the summer. So they've known from, say, September who they want to come in, I think. I think they've identified Kirkers early on. If they don't get Huijsen, I'd be sad because he's a fantastic centre-back, but I can think of 3 defenders I'm happy with as an alternative. I can think of 3 centre-backs off the top of my head. Right back, I can think of a replacement straight away, and he's 3. Good right back, sorry. In fact, I could replace both left backs for 45 million. Outgoing. Midfield, you can bring in a talented international midfielder for 3 to cover. So for, I reckon, say you bring in say you don't bring in Frimpong and you bring in Kirkes, you can replace you can bring in possibly a left back, a centre back, two midfielders, a right back for a total of 45, 75, 80, probably 80. You could probably bring in all of those. You could probably bring in a centre back, two midfielders, a left back and a right back, two left backs and a right back for 110 million, and the striker. And you could sell Robbo, Tsimikas, Darwin, and say maybe Elliot. Ow! This desk. And how do you do that? You bring in left back, you bring in Tyrick Mitchell and Kirkes. Centre backs, you would bring in, if you don't get in Dean Houston, you bring in Zabiani, the Ukrainian centre back at Bournemouth. You bring in Tariq Lamptey as cover right back. You bring in Angel Gomez and Nicola. Oh, what's his name? Lazio midfielder. I've just done a video and I've forgotten his name. Nicola Ravella, you bring him in, and then you bring in Jonathan David. Cost you about 110 million. You could probably get, if the Saudi bids are true, 70 million, say 80 for Darwin. You'd get 40 for Elliot. You'd probably get 20 for the two left backs. So there's 70, 40, 110, 130, and you're actually in profit. And you could also sell Luis Diaz, probably cost the Barca maybe 50 million, and you could even bring in Ryan Cherky, who would cost you about less than 20. So that'd be 180, and you could spend, you'd have 50 million, and you could still bring in Dean Houston. And that's about the limit of my doing football finances. Just catch up with the chat. It depends on the nationality of player. English clubs, you will see a price go up because it's important for English clubs to buy English players, because Trent going has given Liverpool a huge headache, because you're only allowed 17 non-homegrown players, and so you have to have 8. As it stood, we had 7 registered last year. So even if we had all the money in the world, we can't just go and buy Isak and have Nunes as a backup, because we can't do that. So we have to focus on the homegrown players. So that is the likes of Elliot, Kelleher, Bradley, Quansah, Jones. And when it's an English player and an English club looking at it, they know the demand will be there because of these rules. So they will put the price up. Oh, hold on. What's this? Oh, what's this? Oh, LFC spare tickets. I'll follow that. Cheers, that'll be handy, that. Yeah, that'd be handy for if I need a ticket. Thank you. It's a handy site to know. I don't even know if I'm going to get down for the last game yet. I don't even know. Because I've got to reschedule one hospital appointment as well for the start of May because I can't be in two places at once. I need to sort that out as well. Should be the end of May. I've got another appointment. Real Addis get players on Real Addis. I'm not too sure what you mean. Do you mean Real Madrid? Real Addis? Real Addis get players on free and player run contracts down. You might have to explain that one. I'm a bit lost on that. I don't know yet. I don't know. I want to, but I don't know if it's feasibly doable for me at the moment. Oh, Real Madrid. I think it depends on the player. For example, Luis Diaz has got more love for Barcelona. Alexis McAllister, I think, has got more love for Barcelona than Real Madrid. Some players prefer Barcelona. Some players prefer Real Madrid. Mate, if I was in Trent's shoes, and I was on his, I was Trent, and Real Madrid came in, I'd be telling Real Madrid where to go. Oh, right, eating typing. I know that feeling. I've done that often enough. At least I can. That's even harder to eat and type at the same time than it is type and eat at the same time. That's why I eat before a stream. God. Oh, tired. Oh, it's going to be a long day, I think. Oh, what time is it? Nearly 2 o'clock. I have to get ready to go out in about 10-15 minutes. Is there any matches on TV today? Is it just the Lazio match? I'm just looking to see what games are on the TV tonight. If you watch the videos, you know I just like to watch football in general. Lazio Torino is the only one I can really see. And that's it. 7:45. I'll try and watch the Lazio game. I'd like to see Ravella. Or Ravello, whatever you call him, play. I don't think we've been linked with any players from Torino. Could you chew any louder down there? I can hear his chomp, chomp, chomp. Yeah, it's not a bad link. That I don't know which account it is on X that I've got signed in. I just followed it. It'll be one of them. Yeah, because I tried to get down for the Wolves game at the end of last season, and I could only get one ticket, and it was like, it was going to cost me 700 quid for the ticket, and I'm like, nope. They have announced the start of the pre-season stuff. We play Milan in Hong Kong, because it's a stadium's getting a reopening or something, and then the second match is in Japan. That's the first two fixtures announced, but they haven't got a date for the return match in Japan yet. Other pre-seasons I think we'll hear nearer the time. Yeah, it's not as it. Whereas I think it's just south for you. I've got to go south and west. I don't know if it'll tell me. Alexa, how far is it to Liverpool?
Liverpool is 224.3 kilometres away by car.
Alexa, what's 224 kilometres in miles?
224 kilometres is about 139.2 miles.
It's about 140 miles to Anfield for me. So to see a game, it's about it's just under a 300-mile round trip. Yeah, that's on Sky. I don't even know if there's any other games on tomorrow, to be honest. I've just looked at them Tuesday. Wigan Bolton will be an interesting game. They said it was on Sky, but it's not showing up here. Forest Man United is on TNT, but I don't see the Arsenal game mentioned, but I'm sure it was on Sky. I'll see if my Sky app says anything. Tuesday. Arsenal got a chance against Real Madrid. I'd like them to. I don't see it happening. Oh, no chance. No. Though I would like it if they did. Because it gives them a bit of a fixture headache. It's just so weird that that's two European Champions League competitions a season. Arsenal being drawn against Real Madrid. The women had Real Madrid as well. Came from 2-0 down away and won 3-0 in the second leg at home. Second leg was a really good game. Should have been 4 or 5. Arsenal destroyed them. But Real Madrid women have only been going for about 5 years. So the men's team have been going for a little bit longer than that. Let's see if Arsenal... I could have sworn Arsenal Fulham was on TV, I'm sure. How to watch it live. It's not being televised in the UK legally. So to watch Arsenal Fulham here, we have to sail the 7 seas and shiver me timbers. I mean, I don't know whereabouts you're from, Abdul, but I can probably tell you where it's being broadcast. Because their official website has literally who's broadcasting it for every country around the world. Right, hold on, switch back to here. 2 seconds. Just bear with me 1 moment. Sore neck. This chair is not helping my neck. I need a better chair in here. On the wall. Well, it's nearly 2, so I'm going to have to start wrapping up in a moment. Let's see if there's anything. Why do I care about the Primark boss resigning? Right. What was I looking for? I was looking for something before. Just bear with me one moment. I was just quickly looking something before I finished. Completely forgotten. Yeah, catch you, Gareth. I'm going to have to go. It's that time of afternoon. Get people home. I won't be on doing streams tonight because it's hard when everybody's home. Not sure plans for tomorrow yet. I know I've got some things to do in the morning. I may or may not get a live stream done in the morning or tomorrow even. Just depends on whether I get stuff done, what I need to get done. Alright, for everybody watching, it's 2 o'clock, so I'm going to have to head off. I've got things I need to do that are important, and I won't be doing another live stream this evening. Tomorrow, maybe not, but that may change. I will let people know as soon as I can. But thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will speak to you all soon. And thank you very much for supporting the stream. Take care, everyone. Thank you.